Okay, so this is part two of our Sketchup basics lesson today, live here in our training center. Where did we stop on part one? Who remembers? Where did we stop earlier? Making the component. So we did this component and we copied it actually. So let's just repeat that. I'll delete these lines. Oops, undo. Okay. All right. So this is now a component. I will copy. This is the copy tool. Okay. Copy and then edit, paste in place. Okay. So it will be pasted to its self. And now you can move that to the other side. Just move it like that. Make sure that you are aligned. It is on the red axis and then click where you want it to be. So you have now two components. So the one good thing about components is you can modify it or edit it. So let's select one component, which is this. And now let's right click and say edit component. Okay. We will edit the component. We will add like a partition line here. One more line. So let's draw a pencil line right there and bring it down like that. And then what I'm going to do is I will offset, use the offset tool. I will offset this line going inside by only 25. Enter. And I'll do the same for this. Going inside 25. Enter. And then I will push this inside. Push inside by 10 only. 10 millimeters. Okay. This I'll push it inside by 10 millimeters. Okay. Did I push it already? No. 10. Enter. Okay. So that is now 10. So once you're done with this, you just right click and you say close component. See what's happening? The other copy because it's the same component. Once you edit one, the others are copied. So that is a component. Okay. So let's now discuss group. There's another one which is called group. Okay. So let's leave this house for now. Let me just move here. So let's say one of these houses, I'll make it a group. This, okay? I'll select it, okay? And I will right click and I'll say make group. So what's a group? We'll find out. Make group. So that is now a group. So a group actually is not like component that you can give name and other details and etc. It is just grouped. So this is a group. It can actually now move on its own together. Not like what happened earlier. If you have a shape and it's not grouped, it is difficult to move it from here to there. So if you want it to be like a solid component, solid group, I mean, you can easily move it or copy it. So now this can be moved. I can just move it here, okay, or to the other side without breaking it. Or I can copy it actually, use the copy again, and then I can use paste. Paste works just like this. You just place it wherever you want, like this. Okay. Or you can also use the copy and edit paste in place option. So it is now placed there. You can just move it, move this to the left hand side of it. Where? Okay, let's say here, at the back of it. Okay, so there you go. So now let's try to edit one group. Okay, I will now select one group, this group, right click, and you say edit group. Okay, so if I edit the group, let's say I wanted to move this line a little bit to the left. Okay, see when I move the line that is connected to it goes along. See, so I'll just click it right there. Okay, and then I want to create a different material here. So what do I do? I'll use this paint, okay, and I'll choose a material. Let's say I'll go to my cladding. I'll use this, maybe this, okay. I'll put it in there, okay. And now let's say I'm done. I'll right click and I say, oh, what's happening? We can close the group actually. Close, just right click outside and close the group. What happened? The others did not edit. It's not a component. Only a component is um, a similar component will be edited, will be changed once you edit one component. However, in a group, only one group will be modified. The others will remain as it is. Okay, that means only the lines and the boxes and the shapes are grouped together, but they are not one component. So that is the difference between group and component. Okay, so what's next? So you already know how to put materials, right? So this is an easy thing for you. But for the part of the window, we want to modify the component to add materials to it. Okay. So let us again select the window, right click and edit the component. We'll put the materials on the window. So usually the materials that we have will be glass. So let's use this glass for the glass part, which is this and that. Okay. Obviously, you can see that the other is also edited. And then let's use the material for the frame. Maybe let's try a wood material. Here is our wood. Wood. Okay. And maybe there is something here that says window covering. Let's say it says window coverings. So let's try to use this. Maybe we'll use this for the frame. This frame and that. Okay. And then maybe we'll use this for this. Okay. And then again this wood for the outer frame. Okay. When you're doing things like this, what's happening is you need to paint all the sides, right? You need to paint all the sides. Later on, I will teach you how to be able to um, skip this part. You know how to paint one time. For now, we're doing like painting all the sides. Okay. Anyway, that works. Right click and you say, right click here and you say close component. Okay, so that is now your window. So now let's try to do some boxes here outside. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen. I'll just draw a box right there, and my box, I'll lift it up. I'll select my box. Now I'll make it what? Not make group, but we'll click weld edges. What's gonna happen? Weld edges. Okay, we welded the edges. What happens when you weld the edges? Let's say you click one edge. Can you move one edge? You can still click that. You can still click it. But what is the use of welding its edges? We need to know. Will it help when you put the material, when you paint it? No, still the same. How do you make it as a solid? Go to solid tools. Um, no, not yet. Not yet this. Not yet the solid tools. Not the solid tools. These are the solid editing tools, right? We'll do that later on. So let's do another rectangle, or we just copy this entire thing. Let's copy it, and let's copy and paste right, beside it. Okay. Do you remember what we did in AutoCAD last time? Subtract. What else? Yes. So they're actually similar to this, right? So let's now copy again both of this. This line is so when you have lines like this, make sure you erase them, okay? Because this will mess up your model. Okay. So now let's again select this. Okay, let's select this. Oops, sorry. Select. Okay. Did we select all? Okay. Now let's copy and then paste in place. Paste in place. Move it. Why did not go? Supposed to copy, right? Copy. Edit. Paste in place. And then move it. What's happening? Why is not copying? Select. Copy. Edit. Paste in place. Supposed to be there, right? What happened? Not possible to do that if the object is not united. So let's try first to let's sort of intersect and maybe union these things. Click union. Cannot select. Why? That's the reason. What's the reason? Can we trim? Cannot trim it also. What could be the problem?
Because it's already together.
Both are together inside. Actually, it is here. To use the solid command, you need to have groups or components. See, I will now do a rectangle again, similar to what we did. Okay, and I'll select this, and I'll right click and make sure that this is a group. Okay, so now a group. Then I will copy this group, paste it, paste here, yeah, together now. So now we have two groups. So let's see if it is possible to do the solid commands to them. Let me just copy both. Copy, paste. Okay, now you can copy paste it. Here we cannot copy and paste them, right? So now let's try, let's paste again and more. Okay, so we can do our exercise here. First thing to do, Rashid. Union, let's try union. Ah, now you can select, right? If it's a group, you can select it. But if it is just an extruded object, you cannot use the solid command. Okay, so click this and the other. What happened? Ah, what happened? We don't have that line anymore, right? Because they are now united, union. You are ready for this because we did this in AutoCAD, right? But important is you create groups, right? You create groups and then you put them together. So let's do the next one. What's the next thing to do, Rashid? This. Subtract, okay? Subtract. Which one first? this, and then this. Uh-huh. Okay. So the first one is subtracted from the second one.
Second one, yeah.
AutoCAD is opposite, right?
From this, yeah.
AutoCAD is opposite. Okay. So that's fine. Anyway, that's there now. And let's use the, what else? This. Intersect. Intersect, we need to select this and that. So that's intersect. All right? So this, for example, this object, can we cut a hole on it also? Let's try to draw something here. Let's try to draw a circle here on the face. What happens? Can we push it? Oh, we're having some trouble there. So again, let's draw a circle. It on the face, on face in union. Okay. Seems like it's not easy to cut the hole there, right? So that will be a different tool. Why? Because supposedly in solid, we can do the other command, right? The subtract command. Okay. So actually, this we can pull it actually, but we cannot push it. We can pull it. We can pull it like that, but we cannot push it into this because they are two different entities, right? So what we need to do first is we can group this sort of tube. So let's select this. Let's group this. Okay. Right click, make group. Okay. And let's push it inside. Let's try to move it to go inside. You will know it if it goes through. There now. Now I think we can cut a hole. How do we cut a hole, Rashid? Where is the subtract? Subtract. Click this guy first and then this one. Oops, other way around. It's not AutoCAD, right? So click this one, the thing that you want to be subtracted, and then the thing that you wanted to be subtracted from. There. Now you got a hole. Okay? It messed up with some lines there, but it's okay. So now you have two different ways of creating shapes. Now these are what you call solid shapes. Because what we did earlier, these houses, these are just like boxes of cardboard put together. Because look, if I select one of the faces, let's say this face, maybe the roof face. If I select one of the roof faces, I delete it. See, there's a hole right there. This is just a paper box, right? But this guy, these are solids, right? So you can say this is solid concrete or solid plastic or something. Okay, so those are the things that we can use. Okay, I will not go further for this part because I want you to practice um, creating components and groups and then editing the groups using the solid tools. Okay, remember we need groups so that we can use the solid tools. Okay, this will be the part two. It's a short part two, but we'll continue later for part three of our SketchUp.